Hi, back again. A new tutorial. I want to build a Saint-Michel. That is a castle uh, island in France. Saint-Michel, and you can look there by Google Street View and can walk to each street there. And there is this first house. You can make a screenshot from it here, and we will try to build that now. Good, let's start. Add mesh cube. I built now this rounding here so that we have this whole window and can plug it there, and on the other side too. So this one we have to bevel. So Control B, move the mouse, roll the middle mouse button, accept. That is the first one, and we now break that down in many pieces. So Shift D. Here we make it a little bit smaller and a little bit longer. So with background selection, and take it more to that side, and then we take that one, Shift D, plug it there, make it a little bit more to the right, little bit down, so that we have each time different spaces, dimensions, and so on. So a little bit there. Then, because it is in the real world, nothing like the other. It's all different. Only the computer makes it all in similar parts. That you will see later. That it is a computer-made thing or a natural thing. So let's look, the last one comes down there. So get there up a little, take that one, place it there, and bring that a little bit in, a little bit up. That is okay. That is the one for this side, and we don't want to make it too heavy. So because of that, we copy that and rotate that simply. Then we have nearly the same, but not really. Shift D. Rotate Y 180. So now we have a different mirrored one, and bring them to this side. Good. We see here the middle part there. So we take that one here, Shift D, make them a little scale in the X, and I think that can be a half rounded one. I think that is half rounded, or it's edgy. Oh, that's a good question. Looks like edgy, but how that looks when we make that edgy? I think we make it half round. So we bring that here in the middle and make it half round. So add mesh cylinder, 32 is okay, scale down. Bring it there. Then we go top view, bring it there, and we cut the behind, we don't need that. that here. Now we only have the front that we bring to connect with, so such like that, and we bring that down to this point. So we take that and bring it there. Then we have here this bar, so we make that there. We take here some Shift D and bring that simply up, and that simply over. Good. That is a round edge 2. So we can take here simply an cube, bring it down there, scale on the X, bring it till the end, and now we only bevel this edge here. There we make it round. So Control B, move, roll the middle mouse button, done, and bring it onto. Good. Smooth on it, smooth on that. That is that. Now we need here this top part, and there's a little cutout in. So we take here this one, Shift D, and it should be a little bit greater. So we bring that here, there, and the down part with border selection down there. Now we need this little cutout. You can make it with a normal, or you can model it. Normally I say don't model it, better make it with normals, but I'm a modeler, so I love to model. Good. Must look. That is for me, it's okay, but that here should be bigger. Oh, that was wrong. What is that? X words and all gone. That is bad. Control Z, we go back and get here circle selection, the back selected, and bring it there. Good, that's better. So we need here this cutout. So I'll make it manually, because I have no book of distress. We make it here and bring it a little bit down. Then we get the end of both two loops, scale X and bring it to the end parts, and one in the middle. So we can cut out here. So we take a knife and go from that to that position, spacebar to accept, from this point to that point, spacebar to accept. Then we have selected that here, but without the back there. Be every time careful with that. You should often mark other things with. So extrude and bring it into, and now we have that effect there. Fine. Then we have here a thing that is an inlay, so we make that, add mesh cube, scale down, and it can be longer as the other two things here, but not too long. So we take that here and make that smaller. Then we get here out. Good. and now we see that it's deeper than the rest, and it goes here inside. So that means we make it 2 loops, scale X, and down here loop, Control R to make a loop, and then we simply take this one and bring them back, and so we have that effect there. Good. Done that, but it is not my favorite because we must cut it there too. So okay, we disable background selection and go from that point to that point and cut that through. The same on the other side, so from there to there and cut out. Now we can block that back and we get a better result. Good. So we bring that up to good, we have done that. Now we have to make those windows there. So we make it simple as every time. Yeah. We take here add mesh cube and scale them to the size of this window there, such like that, with background selection, bird selection. Make that longer. Can go into, because that comes in the backyard of that, so that is possible. Yeah. Now we should make there this again, so we cut through with a loop in both sides, and on the middle part loop 2, scale set. So we have that, and then we simply plug that here, extrude and bring it back. Good. We done that. I make here another one, extrude again and bring back, and I delete the back face, only faces. Then I close that line here with F, so we have here a plate that can be have the glass material later. Good. So we have to bevel a little. That means we take all and disable that ones. That shouldn't be beveled. So Control B, move around, and we get it. That is the first part of the window. That is to close the windows here that is open, and you can make it together the 3 parts, and then you can plug it there 2 parts. So here is 3 parts. So we have to do these 3 things there, and that here we can copy Alt D, so every change that we made there will automatically happen there too. That is why we make Alt D. Save that. Then we take here these panels, so we take simply Shift D that here. That must be in the middle, not through it. So now background selection again, but word selection. So make it here to 30% of the space there and bring that down. That's good. Then Alt D, and we see that is a little bit too much, so we go down there and bring that a little to the side. Wow, no function. Is a function, or there happens nothing. That's bad. So try it again. Okay. So think that can work. So bring it a little bit near and Shift D. Oh, not Shift D. X delete. We take Alt D. So we have that. Nearly good, but not really. So make it a little bit smaller. And bring that now to the side. And here too. So we have that. That is okay. Yes. We make a copy of that. Shift D. Oh, not Shift D. Every time. So I mean Alt D. And bring it there. And we see there is a little difference between them. So we have to go here a little bit more there, and here a little bit more there, and then place all more to the middle. Good. They need here this holders. So Shift D, make a copy of that. Bring that in front. Scale that down. That are the holders. And I think 3 should be enough. So Alt D. Alt D. Then bring them together as one by join. And Alt D, bring it there. Then mark them both, join together, Alt D, and bring them there. Good. Now bring them all together, join, and bring them onto. So that is fine. Here they are all too fat, so that means we take here the back and bring them more to the front. So we have more that style here, and we surely should bring them all together by join and bring them with the other things there together. Now we can move them how we want. It should be some like there, and here we need to make some to the back. That means we take this edge and extrude that backward. Good. Then we close the top by F and the down part with F2. We have shading arrows, so we make here a loop in. Wow, that was crazy stuff. Wow. That's really funny stuff. So we start again here. Hope that happens not to you. Good. Control R. Make a loop in. Bring one to top and one down. So we have no problems with that. That is one of the windows that comes here at each edge here. Not only that, here is another because here's a door in the middle. Good, and here are the open the windows. Good. What we have to do is unwrap all and give them the materials there. So that means take here the front panel, 1, 2, 3, and the other, and give them by shading mark seam, and we take here unwrap from view. So we have done that. Then we take that one here. Here we take the top and the back loop down, mark seam, and set wireframe mode. Then we can take here this edge at the end and the other one and mark seam them too. Good. And we make here an unwrap from view too. So you unwrap from view. Good. Now we take here the next. Here we have this glass part and the rest is stone. So we take here, wow, that is too spooky for me, so I go here back to solid mode as such. So that here, that here, that, that. Yeah. But without that here. We mark seam, then we cut here through, mark seam on all edges there. And then we take here this back line, and mark that seam too. Good. So mark seam, and that automatically happens because we have made all the on the other object. Good. We unwrap that from view. Good. File, save. And that we have to do with all the rest here, and then make the materials for the window. So we take that here, take the whole front, but without this some edges there. Don't take that. So good. Then mark seam and mark all, and you unwrap from view. Next one. Take here face selection, goes faster. Mark seam, mark all with A, and from view. That we make now with all this shit. Sure, you can mark seam the back sides and all the sides of them, and then make a normally unwrap. Then you have better or good result. But I make it here from view. That's easy too. So why? Okay. Must think that I get all. nothing left. Yeah, that is once again one of my biggest projects I've ever done. I don't know how long it takes, or I finish them or not. I don't know. I simply try it, and then we see what we get. It are many houses there. It is a huge scene. I never done that before, so I don't know how that will be all later. But I think on each project we do, you can learn some, and I learn too, because I will see things that I never seen before, and I must find a way to build that. And that is it. The only way is try, try, and try. Make projects, and the simple things are most the complicated. You will see that when you make much things, the simple things are the complicated. So, nearly done here. So, there are many ways to do that. That is not the only way. You can build it here, you can make that only as a texture, and so on. You don't must model that, sure. But how I said, I am a modeler, and I model all. Mark seam here, the round part, and then unwrap from view. Think that was done, or yeah, and then one not. Okay. So we take here. Good. Here we take the inner part and mark seam, and the outer part mark seam. So that line here, the outer part, and we take here this middle lines there. Good. And again from view. Good. We done that. That is the first window there. And you see here the difference. That means there is something with the normals. So we go there and say normals by shading, recalculate, and you see now it has the original normal direction. Same as here. And then all faces look to the front, and that looks then better. Good. Done. File. Save. Now we look at the original, here material mode, and now we see here how this windows looks. At first we can make simply the class material, so we go here, material of this one, new, glass, house one, and we give them here simply no, we take simply class there, and we need this white material, so new, we call it window white color. That should be on principal shader. Should have a little roughness. We see it here, preview. That is too fine. So it should more like that. A little bit shiny, but not too much. You can make the little textures on there and bump and what I know. Good. So now we take the middle part, that should be class, and that should be then all class. So we go in the wireframe mode and take this part here, that is a closed area, but here is a rest that we need to. So that should be it. That was the front plane, and we have no back plane. Why? That is not good. Or no, that isn't it. Here we have some left, so we bring them in too, and maybe we have to close that, but we give them this class assign, and we look here, is that closed or not? It isn't closed, so we have to close it manually. There it is, class material 2. I have to close, sign. So back to our material mode. Now we normally should have their class, and and the rest should be white one. But I think I see not that there is some white on. No, that is only made with class. That is bad. So we have to do other way. First assign the white, and then this class thing. So we have to do it again. Top view, border selection, and get that here. So then class assign. Good. Back to material mode, and see, now it is correctly. Yes, of course. Good. So there are different stones, stone materials, stone colors. But this part here, the same white as the window. So we can take that and give them the same white color there. So window white color and all that. Good. Now we have to make this stone material. Stone 1. Good. The unwrap is there. We take here principal shader. Then we make here a little bit up and give here the node editor. And to hide this panel, bring it there and make here the UV image editor. So we have both under control. File, save. Now I pick at my folder those stones. They are all from texture.com. There you can download them too. And I will use here, I think, 3 or 4 different parts. So that here, that, and that. And copy them. So I have made a folder for my project, and that is here St.Michel, and there I have house 2, there is my plan file, and here is a folder textures, and there I put my textures in, so I have all in the same folder later, and I can export it to everyone without lost the textures. You also can pack it into the plant file. That is possible, but I don't want that because the plant file was then giant. So stone 1. So we go here, node editor, and now we add there the stone materials. So add it is a texture. Every time when we work with a texture, we need texture coordinates, then an mapping for the texture, and the texture itself, the image texture, and that is the basic for that. We have UV unwrapped, so we use the coordinates of the UV for the placing of the texture, that is the mapping. There you can scale, position, or rotate the texture. Then the vector goes to vector, and the color goes to the base color. Now we open that and go to our St.Michel, but here and texture, and get here the first material. See there, it's too glossy, so we give them a higher roughness because it's stone. Stone has nearly no reflection, so we have here high roughness. Good. Now we have to plug that here, and you see it appears there, and that is good. And you see this effect comes there too. Here this part is because the unwrap is here stretched. So there you can make another unwrap, or you let it, because we will see that only from front later. That makes no difference. So this stone 1 material we make now here stone 2, new stone 2. There we can take the same as in the stone 1. So we take here the node of stone 1 and get here border selection and get this all. Control C to copy that. Then we go to the stone 2 and Control V to plug it in. Now we can delete here the diffuse by pressing X and connect the BSD with the surface. Now we take here the other stone material, so open here the folder and take the second one. So we have here the different stone, and that we made now 4 times, and then we plug them like we would. Good. So here should be the next one, so we call it stone 3 and Control V to plug that in. X, delete the diffuse material, connect that, take here the folder and take the third, and you see that it's different. And then one time again, new stone 4, Control V to plug that in, X to delete the diffuse, connect surface. So that are the 4 types of stones. I searched for that, and now we can plug them onto like we would. I think that here we made this down part complete in this texture. So that was the one. So we go here, stone 1, this thing 2, stone 1, and that one, this one, and that should be later the wall material. So we have to do that later, the wall material, but not at the edges there. So this one we make with stone 1, 2, but here in the middle comes later this wall material, so we delete it there. We give here a new one, call it wall, and we let it in white in a moment. Later we will change that. Good. So we now bring here some variations in. Here the 4, here the 3, here the 1, and so on. Don't make you too much brain work with that. Simply click here something and that is like it is. So we have done that. Surely you can make normals from all them and bring them here on this placement or in the normal sector there, then that looks better. We make that later, but I don't know we make that completely there because it is one house of hundreds later. So file, save. We save it as a new version. Good. Then we make here the lights on, that we see something here. We take here the world settings and the surface. We take preview, use nodes, background. It should be an environment texture. Yeah, that we must take now in our folder textures. So that means here's our texture folder. We need them, and we need my textures. So in my folder I have them, and we take something from out scene. I think that can be good. That is, yeah, an island. Yeah, we take that, copy, and plug it into textures. So then we take here our blend file and open up it from our house texture, and have that there. That is good. Then we have here the sun. One must look, there is the lamp, and there we set it to sun. It's out scene, so we take the sun. We take here the shadows should be very hard, so 003, and we use not white, take a little yellow, but only a little, and we take here a strange of 6. That must be better. Good. File, save. And when we now take first view of it, go here to render mode, you see that has his style. And when you think that the bump comes later on and this whole stuff, that will look awesome later. Good. That was part 1 of house 1 of 100 houses of an island with a castle, with a church. So we will see us in the next tutorial part. Thanks a lot. Bye.